How are you guys leading your troops out? Like, what direction? What are you doing?
Gonna push just along the wall, just so they can see us. Using the chimeras as cover.
So you're gonna stay close to the fortress walls.
If at most, we're gonna push out 50 meters from the walls. At least that's what I want the guardsmen to do. Arvek is gonna do what he wants. At the end of the day.
All right.
Is it time to roll initiative?
Nope. Cassian wanted to try to pick out some targets.
All right.
Yes.
Right. There are quite a number of trucks, and then the 2 tanks that are still operable that have all pulled within range of the wall and have begun to fire.
All right. Does anything stick out? I mean, there's a truck with a lot of speakers on it. Any other odd vehicles?
You see the column of trucks coming in behind the tanks. You want to do a perception, I guess? And then, I don't know, do you have anything to do with orcs?
I would have like the standard knowledge of Deathwatch, Xenos stuff.
Alright, if you want to do a Xenos check.
Technical.
Assuming that passed.
That would be like things
That did pass. My perception is 50, so I passed by 1.
Alright. Do a Forbidden Lore Xeno.
Yeah. That's like knowing what they would do exactly, to a certain extent.
And would that just be a D10?
That'd be a D100 against your intelligence.
Okay.
And then you use the skills and modifier, and the standard skill, I think, is a bonus of 10, right?
No. The standard skill right now is trained. That just means it's unmodified.
Okay.
Okay, so my intelligence is 45. I rolled a 43.
Alright. You can tell that the trucks coming in are a bit strange, and they don't seem to be loaded with boys who would usually be hanging off the sides and at the top firing. They just seem to be stacked with barrels. And Gretchen.
Brothers, it appears we have trucks loaded with munitions headed for the walls.
Munition?
My guess is barrels are explosive and they're going to try and blow a hole in the wall. And that's why they were behind the tanks. So I am going to switch from the missile launcher to the heavy bolter.
Alright.
Out the heavy bolter is going to be challenging, so I'm not going to try and take any shots this round.
Switching is free.
Because it is awkward.
Yeah, switching.
Yeah, but these are 2 heavy weapons that I have to sort of mag lock on and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Just roleplay wise, sounds like that would be a lot of take a lot of time.
All right.
And I'm still getting the artillery fire on them, so it's not like I'm not doing anything.
That's true.
Swapping out heavy weapons for free just doesn't sound very fluffy. Or
Wow.
RP-like.
Don't worry. It isn't the Deathwatch.
So you swap your weapon out. The orcs are moving in. You guys are moving up.
And the artillery should be firing on the trucks.
Alright.
And if they blow up bigger than normal, we'll know I was right.
Yeah, the Deathwatch, with their anti-gravity suspenders, can make heavy bolters weigh as much as a regular bolter.
Well, Pavel, do you think I could squeeze off a shot with everything else that I'm doing?
I mean, that being said, you don't have any of these suspensors on.
Did you take full action to switch weapons? Is that what you
I
wanted
don't
to
know
do?
what switching weapons is.
Isn't that a half action to switch weapon? Unless
Normally,
it's difficult.
because of quick draw, it should be free.
So for heavy weapon, the way that I did it, we'll call it a half, maybe?
And the other half, you would send the coordinates.
Alright, so you switch your weapon, you sighted in with the coordinates, you rolled, assuming that 43 was your roll for the coordinates?
This will be my roll for the coordinates.
Alright.
So I rolled really well.
Yeah, what's your ballistic skill again?
50. Oh, I'm sorry,
Alright.
60.
60? Okay.
So 4 degrees of success.
And the guardsman rolled really well. So the truck's close to the wall as they're barreling through and knocking at works and whatever else gets in the way over. The guardsmen taking your cue fire into them, causing 2 of the lead trucks to explode, ripping them apart with huge explosions, taking out all the orcs around them, causing the horde to falter for a second. They all duck for cover.
Brothers, the trucks are indeed carrying munitions. Do
Those
not
are
let them close on you. Assuming those explosions were bigger than a
Yeah,
normal
they're
vehicle
bigger than
explosion.
normal.
I imagine this to have been like general chatter going on as
Everyone
I
heard
imagine-
the explosions.
I imagine this to all have been going on as I was going through my shit with the cherubs.
As far as you know, it's tits up outside already.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, but
Everyone in the base heard the explosions of the lead trucks when they went off. Flash could be seen over the parapet.
That's no bueno.
All units target those trucks.
All right, how are you organizing and leading your men? You're at the lip if you're going around.
The moment that Fel said anything about those trucks being a priority target, told the men to charge forward as well as the Chimeras.
Would you even have sight on them? If where about in the east wall were you?
As far as I know, we're outside the walls a couple of meters, not exactly the 50 yet. And now we're taking a turn north because I know that fella's up there.
Okay, so you're on the east side, moving north?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably 20 meters out, now making a charge north.
Have you guys received, got a head note? Well, I guess I can really ask right now.
Are we having any resistance at all, Havel?
I mean, you've been spotted, but the orcs are concentrating on the section with the damaged guns in the north wall.
I think we should charge them.
We are.
Oh, we need to do it faster.
We can't.
Oh,
Look, just pick up a Chimera and throw it.
wait. Would that be possible?
Oh man, don't make me do the
Oh man,
math.
you guys are bunched up in a line along the wall. Like, what are your orders?
What kind of line? Like, what
would
approach are you
be-
guys doing? What sort of formation? How are you approaching the line and whatnot?
You better to spread out, hoping to go in a wedge formation.
That sounds good.
Alright, so your men start trying to get into formation. At this point, you've been spotted by the orcs, and some of them are starting to wheel around and pull off the horde. Everyone was kind of stunned for a moment by the large explosion, along with the warning to look out for the trucks.
Did any of the orcs get scared by the explosion?
No, it kind of just stunned them for a moment, but they soon picked their heads back up, screamed, and kept running.
They don't get scared in hordes.
Oh, it's just the whole loud noises thing. I was just curious.
They hardly get scared outside of hordes.
Yeah.
They probably knew something like that was coming.
Alright, Saint, do you want to... I'll give you... What are you going to do? Are you going to rush outside and try to meet up with them? What are you doing?
I'm gonna kick the door off the hinges and go in to confront the Magus. Are the engineering squad any closer yet?
The engine seers have not arrived yet.
Do I see the Magus when I enter the doorway? Or what do I
You see him on the floor below you.
Magus, why do you impede the Emperor's will?
The Magus at this point is not even like deign to answer you. Your sacrilege against the machine god has just driven him fucking insane, and he is screaming in binary.
Okay, I sort of leap over the rail with my force sword and lunge down towards.
Roll initiative.
Why does it gotta be like this, though?
I don't know, man. My agility is 60, so I get 5 plus 6, it's 11. If he's here, he's not going to let them load the shell. I would rather not do this, but we don't have time. If I'm caught up in here all day, trying to fuck about this. So I'm basically charging him. Charging attack down over the ledge. And I'm looking to hit him as hard as possible. I only get the one swing, don't I? Can I swing more than once? There's only the one, isn't it?
Yeah, you get the one attack and charge as an attack, is it?
So I'm rolling a D100 on my weapon skill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I rolled 10 above. I'm going to use my second fate point to reroll. 79. Do I use my last fate point here?
No!
Don't waste it. Ugh.
I've got 11 wounds left. This guy could end up killing me.
It's just an old Magus. He won't do anything.
Still freaking out on the ground.
I lost 4 to fucking cherubim.
Yeah.
Alright,
You'll be fine.
that's true. Maybe you should just kill the fucker.
He'll be fine. You can just parry him, probably.
Parry or dodge.
Yeah.
Your over dodges.
Fuck yeah, I'm not gonna burn my
Right.
last one. I'm not gonna burn my last one. So I failed my weapon skill roll. But I am falling down directly on top of him. And I'm quite heavy. So, could I effectively crush him? Why do you stand in the way of the Emperor's hurtle self off banister? Crushes him with body. People's fucking elbow drop.
I don't know what to say, Saint.
I don't know, man. That's all I got. I'm an Astarte, and I'm like 8 foot tall in power armor, holding a sharp blade in front of me, missing my swing but falling down towards. Figured it might be worth something. Hopefully, it doesn't just impale me. I'm probably gonna die here. I'm probably gonna die. I got 4 damage from cherubs. It might be an old man, but yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. But oh well, the Emperor protects. Hopefully, I'll my armor will take, or he'll fuck up, and we'll just fumble about on the floor together. He'll be screaming in binary.
It'd be great if both of you missed for a good solid hour.
Yeah, we just crumble on top of him or roll about on the floor together. He's screaming in binary, I'm screaming in like low gothic, high gothic. Nico! Nico! That's what's happening now.
He's just working out how many pieces he's cutting you into.
Yeah.
So you miss, then you land.
Do I land on him?
No, you don't.
Oh.
The Magus is wielding some kind of
Death ray.
yeah, pretty much.
Ah.
You don't know what it is, but you know it's a gun.
Yeah. I will meet my end, serving the best interests of the Imperium.
Now that's some horse shit.
He just has like a las cannon.
Pocket las cannon.
He has a pocket like macro cannon, just hidden in there. It's like,
Good.
I've had
Son of a bitch.
I've had some lucky rolls before from enemies where I've not received any damage. So I mean, who knows? Or he might just headshot me and I might be down to one.
he'll probably miss, honestly.
Regardless, if I don't die here, by the time I get out the front to you guys, I'm probably gonna get fucked up anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let me just take a look. It's done really quick.
That's not good.
See, what does it say under player death?
Yeah.
So Saint will meet us in a dropship out front with a new character.
Oh, okay, okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, you got it.
Did he land the hit, or is he not
Blast
ready?
you right in the chest,
Okay. Chest
sending you
arm-
flying across the room. Your chest armor is completely ruined. And he does.
Do I not get to roll armor for toughness and all that jazz?
Oh, I did. That's why you're still alive.
Roll the dodge.
Yeah, I suppose he could, although I would think that jumping off of the catwalk and landing.
Wait, do you not like add do you not add toughness as well to the armor?
I did.
He's trying to tell you that he did a shitload of damage if you were a guardsman.
What toughness did you add?
Well, seeing as I looked at your character sheet, I added your toughness.
Ah. I was hoping I could squeeze a few little bit less damage out of it.
He gets
Okay.
5 points of damage off on you, and your chest piece is completely fucking cracked open.
I'm going to end this old man. 5 points of damage. Let's see what much that takes me down.
How do you know he's old?
Thing is, you are very bloody at this point. Maybe. Bloody and wounded, the Dark Angel is trapped within Vegas's laboratory.
Wait, what?
Nothing. How much hit points do you have left?
I have 7. It's enough.
So, blood streaming out of your ruined helmet and rent chest piece.
Not really anything to get thirsty over, I guess, so I don't have to take any rolls in that regard. You said I got flung from it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, you got knocked back. Got staggered.
I can charge back at him though, right?
I have to look up the recovery rules. Yeah, okay. But
So-
you take 2 levels of fatigue.
Hey, 2 levels.
So what does that mean?
Means I rolled low on a D5.
Could have been knocked unconscious.
So am I good to charge back out?
Well, if you're knocked on your ass, you have to spend a whole turn getting back the fuck up.
Can I squeeze off a psychic ability or anything as I'm standing up? I do have a psychic ability called warp. I think it's warp sense. No, it's not. 1 second. That should make psychic abilities a half action instead of a full action.
You could also not get up and just blast him with your mind.
That would leave me a sitting duck though.
Yeah, you better not miss. You better not fuck it up.
Yeah, if you take a number of fatigue levels equal to your toughness bonus, you get knocked unconscious.
Okay, so my toughness bonus is 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Or, yeah, it's 8 with the power on, yeah.
And then -10 to all tests.
All tests.
All tests.
A quick question: how much XP have we spent overall? Because I feel like I have it written wrong.
Not sure the exact number. I'd have to look at my character sheet. What do you want as a hand?
17,250.
Okay, I have 17,150. So I'm actually not that off.
Anyway, so what am I able to do?
You can either do something from the floor or stand back up.
If I stand up, if he shoots, will I have the ability to dodge or anything? No, I'm gonna get fucked if I do that.
Pretty sure you can dodge normally if you stand up.
But he said I couldn't dodge because of the catwalk.
You can dodge. You're not on the catwalk. You jump down to the floor.
Oh, I
You couldn't
yeah,
dodge
okay,
because
see,
you were on your knees
Okay,
doing a superhero landing.
I stand up. So I'm not able to shoot a round off or anything. Just stand up. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I do then.
All right.
I'm gonna die.
All right. The Magus is gonna fire at you again. Reaching wildly, he fires and misses, obliterating one of the tables next to you.
God dang.
Well, splattering blood on the inside of my helmet or not, I'm more than eager to lunge at this fucker. My armor will have pumped stimulants and painkillers into my body by now.
Are you gonna do your charge?
I didn't know that at the point I was allowed to. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's your turn. The Tech Marine fired at. I mean, the Megas fired at you and missed.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna charge her. Try and go for that melee kill. I rolled a 20. I have a weapon skill of 60. Using my force sword, I'm lunging it towards his chest.
4 degrees of success.
Well, if he's missing 2 fatigue, that would be no degrees of success, no?
Minus 10, so
Minus 10.
so it'd be 50 instead of 60. So it'd still be 3 degrees of success. Yep, so 1d10 plus 6 plus strength bonus. So rolling that now. So 1d10 is 3. Plus strength bonus is shit, what was I got? 8. So it's 11, and then plus thy strength be legendary, which is an extra 10. So that's 21. And then for every degrees of success I get to roll an extra 1d10. If I'm not mistaken.
So how much total damage have you done?
21 so far. I'm just bringing up the rules again to make sure we'll be doing this next part right. So I've got to do an opposed willpower test. If it succeeds, for every degree of success, the force weapon's wielder deals an additional 1d10 damage, ignoring armor. So I've got to do a willpower test to see if I get to do extra damage. Which I will do now. Willpower is 50, minus 10, 40. I rolled 31. So that's no extra degrees of, I believe, isn't it?
Right.
It's just 9, so that's no degrees, or is that still 1 degree? That's no degree, right?
That's no degree.
Yeah, I thought so. So I had 21 damage then. Which is still a hefty amount. And that's not including anything to do with the charge. I'm not sure if I get any bonus for the charge itself. Oh, actually. My trapping, Wings of Wrath, is plus 1 damage on charge. So that's 22 damage. I got an extra 1 damage out of it. And unless there's any extra damage. It says 1 extra damage on charge, so is there what's the standard bonus for charging?
It's just extra chance for it to actually land.
Extra chance for the text to land. Okay, well I guess that would have been cancelled out by the fatigue anyway, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 22 damage, as far as I can squeeze out of it, as far as I can tell.
It's a plus 10 to weapon skill. It's a full action, and you move when you do it.
Okay, so I hit him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I still got 3 degrees of success on the hit. So if that was the case, it would have been 4 degrees, but I mean, a hit's a hit, so. So I hit him good and solid, and I done 21 damage. 22, sorry, including my trapping.
As you swing down at the Magus' arm, you cleave straight through it and into his body, bisecting him. Oil and other fluids and a small amount of blood splatter everywhere, coating all surfaces around you. Magus, his legs go one way and his upper body goes the other. He's twitching on the floor.
Alright.
Coughing against the inside of his helmet. He sort of crushes his boot down on the remnants of where the head would be. And instead of athletically pulling himself up and over the banister into the catwalk above where he came down, he just slumps himself up and over and drags himself up so he's lying on that catwalk, pulling himself slowly to his feet. Pretty wretched at this point. He's not going to be moving very fast around the place, I don't imagine much from here. But you think I'm sitting in the back line, you're wrong, I'm totally going to go in there and die somewhere. Opening up a comm link, I guess. If I've still got a bit of time to rasp into the comm.
Yeah.
Let's put a message through to the Castellan. Castellan, this is Theros of Obsidian Skull. The Magus locked himself in the Leviathan and then attacked me with cherubim of all things. I've had to incapacitate him. The engineering squad should be clear to set up when they get here. The Emperor protect.
This is a Castellan, a copy by the Emperor. I'll send a team over to you.
Just send what you can spare, Castellan.
Finish you off.
I think that's a appropriate point to move on to someone else. I think that would have taken up a little chunk of time. I'm just gonna kind of slowly get myself back to my feet and just try to adjust myself and let my body clot up all the bleeding and whatnot. Right, you don't man.
So, Radagast, you're trying to order the troops?
Yeah, to a wedge. At this point, though, we are just kind of breaking off into a charge, moving on to the north side.
Moving in a loose wedge, you're going to try to wheel around the building, or around the corner of the fort. And as you're doing this, the orcs have begun making their way, so some of the buggies have pulled off, and part of the horde, the main body of the horde, is pulled off to engage you.
Will I be able to notice them doing this, or?
Yeah, you can see the buggies coming at you. See the lights through the dark. Sun having completely gone down by now.
Legionnaires! Halt! Prepare yourselves!
All the tanks and vehicles come to a halt.
Alright. Guess we either wait for them or roll initiative.
You're gonna roll initiative.
Balls deep. My fucking tap. Gonna roll initiative for everyone else. Or Arvik has to roll his own. Salamander!
Yeah,
Butthole!
I'm doing it. I'm trying to figure out my bonuses because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Because I have a couple things that affect my initiative.
Yeah, I got caught completely off guard when I rolled into combat, so I was like grasping at my sheets of paper, being like, "Power, force sword, what the fuck?" And then suddenly it switched to Psychic Spell. It's like, okay, Psychic Spell, fuck. It's been so many weeks since we played.
I got 8.
I was literally fumbling and dropping sheets of paper and everything.
If you guys want to go ahead and post your initiatives in Discord.
Wait a moment. Need to find the bonuses. Holy shit.
How come you're plus 12?
I got lightning reflexes, and then I have chapter trappings that add +2. And lightning reflexes doubles my agility bonus, which is 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's not very helpful here, because how far are they away from us currently?
You have a bolter now, you can at least shoot them.
Yeah, you can do plenty of damage from range until you need to actually get your melee up. If you're using melee out there, dude, shit's going bad.
I mean, I'm standing on top of one of the chimeras, so I could just get him to drive into the enemy.
You're a fucking madman. If you do that.
Too bad it's not one of the ones that has the, whatever it is, the, like, acid or whatever.
Oh, the Bane Wolf.
That thing's cool.
That'd be pretty badass, charging into melee on top of a Bane Wolf.
Or a Hellhound.
I don't know. I like what Yarick did. You just put a chair on top of a Bane Blade.
Yeah, they're just under 200 meters away from you guys at this point. So close to 150.
Well, if the objective is just to get their attention, then, you know, some scattered shots wouldn't hurt. Like, quite literally, it wouldn't even hurt them.
This is going to be a horde combat, so...
Please tell me the tanks aren't included in the horde.
The tanks are included in the horde, but your guardsmen and their tanks are in their own horde, and that's just to speed this combat up.
Okay.
Saint's gonna come out, guns ready, and we're gonna be like, we don't need it. We already killed them all.
Whoops. Alright. Apologize to the Magos and, you know, pick them up and everyone can go home.
You saw what the old fucking guy done to me. Like, you guys have got a horde of orcs, and I can't say much, but I'm sitting here listening. Alright, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's...
Point out that you guys are within the minimum firing range of this macro gun, which you would know.
Oh.
You're also only 15 meters away from the wall.
Alright.
Just pointing these details out because I assume as a start these would not have slipped your mind.
No.
I'm sitting here listening, I can't say stuff because you wouldn't... You wouldn't have heard me say them, so I'm making sure not to say them, but oh god, it's killer.
Are you unable to speak?
Well, I mean, you guys are doing your shit, I'm on the floor. I'd have to have a reason to speak to you.
Almost dead from a questionable circumstance.
There's been no actual roleplay reason to actually get in touch with you yet after our last conversation, so...
You can tell us that the fucking Magos is dead?
That's not important. I'm making... What I was coming here to do is...
That's not important.
What I came here to do was to make sure the shell got loaded, and the shell is going to get loaded. So you...
He boxed you guys saying that the shell was going to get loaded, right?
No, he didn't do that.
Well, we knew that before we were setting up. The whole point was to get the shell loaded. Remember when we were spending ages before the orcs attacked? Remember that bit?
I remember the Magos was in there and he was being a stubborn asshole and you ran in his direction. But I don't mean shit. Especially since he almost ate shit to his fucking force weapon.
And then you were with me as we went to talk to the engineer, seers, whatever you call them, and we made sure they could load it if the Megas wouldn't. You should be completely up to date with what was going on more than anyone else.
Yeah.
You should
But
like
did the
literally. You should be literally the same level as I am. As far as you're aware,
But
I
did-
went to make sure the shell got loaded before you went out the gate after I gave a speech. We're exactly on the same level.
As far as I know, you went in there, had tea with the Magos, and then resealed the door up behind y'all, and just played with the fucking macro gun or some bullshit, while the engineers are outside wondering why the hell you locked them out.
What do you mean locked them out? I didn't lock them out at all.
I don't know what you did. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, you're aware I went to make sure the cannon got loaded. That was the last thing you saw of me. So, as far as you're aware, that's what's happened. So, therefore, there's been no reason for us to get in touch with each other yet.
No, because I don't know if that's what happened. That's what you went to go do. I don't know if you succeeded.
No, but you knew that's what I went to go do, so I'm either dead or it's done. But you're not enough time has passed yet for you to have come to the conclusion of finding out what happened there. It's just happened, or it's happening now. As I've been doing that, you're marching up with your guys. It hasn't
Yes.
happened yet. We'll talk soon, but it's not time yet. But in regards to what was going on when I left, you should have been more than aware as to why I was going away during our previous conversations leading up to that point.
Oh, I knew that.
Arvek, what are you doing?
I'm just standing on top of the Chimera, getting ready to attack the Horde.
Yeah, first action.
Oh, I got first action? Okay, I have a bolt gun, correct? Or
Yeah, I threw you my bolt gun.
I just want to make sure I didn't hear. I don't know if I heard it correctly. Okay, I guess I'll just fire the bolt gun at the orcs if I can.
Funny, it's like, how does this thing work again? It's been a long time since I've been a scout.
Uh-oh.
Main
All
fire at the orc horde.
You point the pointy end at people, and then you pull
Wait a minute.
the clutch to rev the bullet.
It's the same way as using a shooter.
Gotta find the stats for a bolt gun. I don't actually.
You have 1d10 plus 9, single fire, and 3-shot burst. At 100 meters with the tearing special quality, and penetration 4 with a clip size of 28. Full turn to reload.
I recommend the 3-shot burst because it is a horde.
I'll do the 3-shot burst then.
Fucking hate you. It's a horde and they hate you.
Remember, if there's out of the fancy gear that we got, if you didn't pick it up, it'll be back at the center fort at the last standpoint. I know some of you guys picked some stuff up, but I know that I only picked up some grenades, for example. So
They rolled out in the Chimera that had the equipment in it.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 6, and I have a weapon skill of 35.
you took all the equipment outside.
Yes.
It was on the Chimera. The only thing of value we really took outside was the heavy flamer that isn't being used.
All right,
Some of my missiles.
so that's
What?
3. That's 3 hits, right? From a 3-round burst.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Technically, isn't it 2? Because it would be the third degree of success would be 36, not 35.
Oh yeah, it'd be every 2 degrees of success would be another hit. What's your
I was just
ballistic
saying. My ballistic skill is 35.
skill? Oh fuck.
So
I'm pretty sure that's just 2 hits.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 2 hits.
All right.
So do I roll damage for that, or do they just kill 2 targets?
You gotta roll damage for that. Wait, no, damage against the horde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's
As long as you do at least one.
Yeah, just
so.
one.
Alright.
So, because of tearing, you still roll 2d10.
And drop the lowest.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got a 4.
Plus 9.
So that's what? 13, and then 16, respectively.
4
For
plus 9, yeah,
each.
13 plus 16. With a penetration of 4. So the first shot was 13 damage, penetration 4. Second shot was 16 damage with penetration of 4.
I would assume that does damage, at least 1 to the orcs.
Yeah, you probably reduced their size by 2.
And then when they get close enough, we could burn them to shit. And hilariously, I think your sword can too, because of your Promethean blessing.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious in hindsight.
Yeah.
Horde killing sword.
Well, can't it only hit one target though, so it can't really light the entire horde on fire.
You would think so. But we figured out earlier that if it was just a normal weapon, every degree of success is another person hit. No, every 2 degrees of success.
Is it not different rules for melee than it is for ranged?
That's confusing.
That's all confusing, Bubby.
That's why I want to stick to 1v1 melee fighting. It's much easier.
No, this is faster.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, if I had to choose between a horde and a big guy, I'd rather stab a big guy.
All right, Hojo, do you want to do your turn?
Want to
As I keep wanting to say Arvik. I know it's Arvik, but I keep double checking myself. I don't know why. I can never just say Arvik. I always have to read it.
I'll just call him a salamander.
Orc heads and limbs are flying apart.
I can't believe the orcs are slower than the guard. That's good. So yeah, I'm gonna load my 1 clip of Metal Storm rounds. And I'm going to do... Shit. The fucking Scapulan bolts are half full auto, now that I think about it. Dear God, I think it does. Full auto.
Single
4
2-4.
shots. Yeah, there you go. What was it 1d10 plus 9? That's what you gave it? Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's the errata version.
Yeah, loading Metal Storm rounds. I'm gonna do full auto. I remember how to fucking do this.
Reload is 1 full.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count for changing clips
No, it comes
to your
with
other
a
ammo
target
type?
select. It comes with a target select, not a target, fire selector. I might as well read this out loud. It's got a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, fire selector is kind of like a dual mag type thing almost.
In addition to accuracy and power unrivaled in other bolts of this size, Scapular bolts are integrated to a fire selector, a targeter, melee attachment equivalent to a mastercraft combat knife. Gun never jams. Any attack level 96 or 100 may be re-rolled. Pretty much. Targeter, let's see. God damn. Lots of reading. This is the effects of a red dot laser sight and telescopic sight at all times and makes it hard to dodge with a penalty of 10. But in this case, it shouldn't really provide any benefit, except for the benefit you gain from firing in full auto anyway. Which if I'm not mistaken. It's plus 20. Wow. Alright. Don't matter. Roll the 4.
On full auto.
Uh-huh.
What's your how many degrees of success?
My ballista skill is 57.
So 5 degrees of success.
Just about. Plus the you get a bonus for firing a full auto and full semi-auto. Plus 20. 20 to ballista skill. Additional hit for
That's
every
2 more, so 7 degrees of success.
But because the full auto burst is at max 4 shots, that just means I land for 4 shots. And Metal Storm rounds. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, you land the 4 shots, but one of the rounds hits, like, I don't know, a Flama Boy tank or something. Pops off, doing more damage. You know, that kind of thing can still happen.
Yeah.
So, 4 degrees of success, plus with the bonus another 2, so another 1. So a total of 5 hits against the Horde.
5 hits. Plus the effects of Metal Storm rounds, which give it Blast 2, which is, I believe it's 2 extra magnitude damage to the Horde per shot.
So what's that total of 6 hits?
I think it's per shot.
Wait, so each thing of damage gets an extra magnitude of damage.
Yeah.
So you hit 5 times, right? Because you got
Well,
6 degrees of success. No, 7 degrees of success. Take off the 1, 6 hits. So 3 hits.
no, but the bolts are only fires 4 rounds per full burst, so it'd be 4 hits at max.
Yeah, so 4 hits. Sorry.
And each hit does a magnitude damage of 3. I have to check that shit, 'cause that sounds powerful. Blast weapon that hits a horde hits a number of times equal to its blast value. Grenade with blast foil will automatically hit 4 times. So, no, it's just double magnitude damage per shot. So it'd be 8 magnitude damage if I do damage with every shot. So 2d10 plus 9. 4 times. Got a 16, a 17, a 12, and an 18. And for every shot that actually did damage, that means 2 magnitude damage. wait, shit, it's not +9, it's +7. 14, 15, 10, and 16.
Okay, well, all of them do damage.
Well, sure. Alright, time for the guard.
So as you unload on the orcs coming at you, your rounds manage to hit a buggy, causing it to steer off course, slam into another vehicle, and explode. Take out a large portion of the orcs as the vehicle wreckage goes cartwheeling through the night.
Wonderful.
And now the guard. As when the guard sees the two of you open up, they open up in turn, mowing down some of the orcs that are coming on, standing in awe of your skill as they watch the burning wreckage fly through the night.
Alright. Is fellow gonna make it to the walls in the right place to get an action?
Yeah, is that what Fel was doing?
Are the trucks still at the section of the wall that I'm at?
Yeah, the trucks are still coming at you.
Then
You're
I'm going
still
to stay here.
All right, and now it's the orc's turn, and then it will be Fel's turn to take another targeting. The horde fires back, striking the guardsmen around you, causing some minimal damage to the vehicles. The guardsmen around you being struck by the orcs. Most of the orc shots going wild into the air.
How many of the Penal Legion went?
I'll tell you by the end.
Okay.
Based on how many survive in the horde.
It's not reasonable to get a body count in the middle of combat.
Yeah, I was just passing curiosity. We have 226 when we went out the door.
One of them had a stroke on the way out and down.
Alright.
Ice?
Hellhammer.
All right. I'm going to take aim at the closest truck with my heavy bolter and let loose. Then I'm going to send targeting coordinates for the next one if I blow it up to the artillery.
Alright.
So my heavy bolter hits 4 times. One of them is a 1, so a lot of successes there. So the first shot is armor pin 5. And it is tearing.
Whoa.
So that is going to be 21. Second round missed. The third round, I got a 1, which is 5 degrees of success.
Well,
Yeah.
you only have to roll 1d100.
It's 6 shots.
Every degree of success is an additional shot that lands.
Don't think I've done it that way yet. Okay.
I don't know.
We'll just take the 1.
Okay.
Yep. He is right. You are firing against a horde, technically, I guess. Well, no. He was calling shots specifically against the tank, the truck.
Oh.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. No, never mind. I'll continue.
So was I doing it right?
Yeah, you're doing it right.
All right. So the second shot that hits is the 5 degrees of success. I don't know if that adds to damage or not. It's going to be 19. And third one is 17. Fourth is 2 degrees of success. And 18. And that's all of them. So 75 total points of damage. And then my called shot for the artillery does not call in very well. 2 degrees of failure.
Your round slam into the front of the truck, causing damage and striking the driver, but the truck carries on. The driver is dead, but his foot's still on the wheel, and the truck is careening forward. His foot's still on the pedal.
Alright, and I'm going to Vox to Radagast and Arvek that the Horde is turned their direction. They have successfully gotten the attention.
Good to hear, brother. We're gonna start coming back in now. I guess Theros gets a moment to show his blood.
The guns fire, but they're unable to make sense of your targeting coordinates because their guns can't depress that low. Oh. They just scatter into the Horde, dealing severe damage to the orcs, but not taking out any of the vehicles.
So did the Horde did the Horde magnitude drop?
Yes.
Nice.
Couple of them. That don't mean shit though.
Well, it does. It means you got a better chance of getting back in without taking severe casualties.
Well, yes, but it's probably not enough to actually matter. You're like 100 drop down to 90.
It's something.
Yeah.
Altogether, it all adds up between all three of you.
Well, the nice thing is the guardsmen on the north wall can focus on the vehicles without the distraction of the hordes. And the east wall can focus on the hordes.
Yeah, hopefully they'll start to move towards the tanks and take the pit.
Oh, so within last
They have
range.
No, I mean keep following them around to the east side to the Leviathan. We've all kind of completed our own little miniature personal objectives. We covered the north wall. Hojo and Ice got the attention of the Horde from the east gate, and I managed to secure the Leviathan. So the engineering site Sears can load up the shell. Now we just need to hold them at the escape for a little bit and make them really start pushing there before falling back inside.